Hi everyone, Gus Matthews here, shooting from my lovely house in East Lansing, Michigan. This is my video log to the Be a Host part of the Global Learning Project. Just to start off, I'm going to talk about my thoughts, feelings, and concerns about the this part of the project before I actually went and did it with Hang, and it's kind of explain what we did. Um, so, big concern of mine was I couldn't think of a place to take Hang in the East Lansing area that would really represent, something from my culture. Um, so we settled on just having a car ride. When I was in high school, I would drive my car around just when I felt, stressed and stuff like that. And it was a really nice way to relax me. And it was also a way that I would be social as well. I would always kind of be driving around and like picking people up, dropping people off. We just like kind of talk in between, listen to music. I had a really nice stereo system in my car, so we would listen to music that everybody liked. And I actually just got a new car, so it's kind of like the same thing, And I kind of wanted to show Hang, and he was all for it. We talked about it beforehand, so we just kind of drove around for 30, 45 minutes, just talking. Um, So the next bullet is to describe my partner's reactions and behaviors. So I'll kind of go over just like how he seemed, and then I will go into some of the stuff we've talked about. Um, Hang seemed very relaxed and happy, honestly, the whole time. Um, it wasn't even like an interview at all. It was just like us two talking, just kind of hanging out. I didn't take notes during. I took notes after, just like kind of the summary and stuff like that. But just some big takeaways. I just kind of was just asking him about, his what he likes to do, um, his favorite foods, stuff like that. For his favorite food, he actually said I asked him about his favorite food in America and his favorite foods back home. For his food in America that he really likes, it was steak, and that's because he said super expensive back in China, and you're not going to get the best cut of meat. And here he said it was totally different. He said you get the best of everything. So he said steak for sure, and then he said he really liked a lot of things back home that he really misses. But one of the things he said he missed most were the his mother's dumplings, and I thought that was cool. I always like to get dumplings when I go out to restaurants and go eating and stuff like that. So some commonality there for sure. I asked him about his favorite music. He said K-pop, which I've heard before. I think it's not really prevalent here, but I know back in China, I think it's a big thing. It's a genre of music. And then I asked him his favorite American music, and he said rap. East Side rap, I think, is what he specifically said. I couldn't quite tell, but I also am a huge fan of rap, so we just kind of like I found a couple artists that he liked, and we just kind of like jammed and listened to music. Um, yeah, so then we'll go to my reactions, thoughts, and feelings during. Um, and like I said, I was just very relaxed, just trying to focus on the road, talk to Hang. It was a very pleasant ride. To be able to cruise around again, it kind of just brought back some good memories. Because I don't really have time to do that anymore. And it was awesome because I felt like I'd really making a good friend with Hang, and he's a really cool guy, and I do actually like talking to him and hanging out with him. So I was just happy, and he was happy, and it seemed like it was a really good meeting. Something I wanted to connect from kind of our conversation, or me and Hang's conversation that we had to our class discussion, and kind of relate something was when I was talking to him about his favorite foods. He obviously said steak from America, but we were talking about the fast food restaurants in China, and he said that McDonald's and KFC are very big in China as they are here, but it's treated a little differently. So I kind of want to bring in like stereotypes and that definition. Um, so the kind of thing I took away was stereotypes about fast food restaurants here compared to stereotypes about fast food restaurants in China. And here, obviously, I'm not trying to offend anybody because I eat fast food from time to time too. But like restaurants like McDonald's and KFC, if you go to those, some people would say oh they'd make they'd stereotype you and say, oh, you're fat, you're out of shape, you're lazy, stuff like that. In China, Hang was telling me that KFC and McDonald's and other fast food restaurants like that are kind of seen as a special occasion, actually. So much so that, kids will have their, birthday parties with other kids, at these places. It's almost seen as an upper and middle class thing to be able to go to these fast food restaurants as opposed to here where it might be seen as lower class, and a lot of people would say that. He also said the customer service was far better at these places, which makes sense because they're going to be a little bit more upscale and they're going to be better taken care of. Customer service, obviously, that makes it better. So I thought that was just kind of interesting. Some realizations I had from talking with Hang. Just overall, Hang and I are raised just very differently. Just two totally opposite sides of things. But on just thinking about the car ride, I did talk to Hang and he said, this wasn't, when we were riding around, he said it wasn't normal just back in China to just kind of ride around. It's almost seen as like kind of wasteful because, you're burning gas. And he wouldn't, find that, relaxing. But when he was with me and we were just listening to music and I kind of showed him, even though we were raised in such different cultures, we could come together in the car, listen to music, talk, and have a good time. So I think that's really cool because even though we're from such different backgrounds, we can still come together and we can enjoy all of the same things. I think that's just really special just to think about. And it's definitely something that I'm going to take with me through life. So that's all I have to say. Everybody have a great day and go green.